Hey guys, Cooley here. I'm going to give you a video. There's some stuff going on here. This is SCHUMANN, guys. This is the EUVI. Information comes from stereo A. So what are we looking at here? Well, we're looking at the 304 angstrom view of the sun from stereo A. Now this is SCHUMANN, so it's a couple days back. SCHUMANN gives us information with a 1 to 2 day lag normally. So yeah, so we're back here on the 16th. Now what are we going to look at? Well, I'm going to push play here, and we're going to watch this first, okay? Watch the corona blink in and out. See that? It's doing it again. It's blinking, the whole corona, the whole sun. Now right around 1800 here, it's going, the sun's going to go completely dark, okay? So this is something that I'm not sure what's causing this, okay? But I will say this. The whole corona is blinking, okay? Plus, when it does go dark, you still see little dots of orange around here, okay? So pay attention to that when I start this back up, okay? It will happen around, like I said, the 1800 mark. But I'm going to pull this back some. It's about right here so you guys can see it, the corona flashing in and out, okay? See that? Now it's getting ready to happen. Boom, okay? And when it was off, you guys could see the sun go dark. Okay? I'm going to try to pause it there so you guys can see it. Okay. See the dots? But the sun's missing, right? I mean, what's going on with that? I don't know. But at the same time that happened, the whole corona was blinking. So did the sun go dark completely there? Is the sun already dark? Are they doing something to us here? I don't know. All I'm doing is showing you the observation. And I really just don't know what's causing this. Okay? Or what. It could be a camera thing. I always say that because it can. So, just wanted to bring that to you. Now, I'll take you over here. We're going to talk about the Schumann real quick, okay? The Schumann resonance, guys, is the base frequency of the Earth. I've talked about this a lot. This is an event we had back in February. Okay, the 7.83 is about right here. Hertz. So anything above or below that is an event. Okay, not really an event, but just an abnormal signature. The higher the signature, you know, that's why it only goes up to 40 hertz. So this is actually higher than 40 hertz. It could go up as high, I don't know how high it could actually go. But it's said that the healing frequency is about 430, 433 or something like that. But anything below 7.83 is actually kind of bad too. Okay? It actually can be worse on us as humans. We resonate at right around 5 hertz. So, with that being said, 1900, this is exactly a 24-hour time period. This is an event that lasted exactly 1 day. This is crazy. Okay, number one. It seems like it was intelligently done. So I'm just going to put that there. I did a video on this, guys. Go check it out. So then, what happens? Well, 3/16, March. I know it doesn't show all the way out here, but if you go back and watch my video, I got the capture where another exactly 24-hour time period happened, exactly a month apart. The very next month on the same day. Now, it was 28 days because it was February, okay? But, yeah, 4 weeks. Now, so we've been watching for this month, right? Well, there's another, it doesn't have to be like way off the chart here to be an event. Okay, is what I'm trying to say. This is a very we never see these long events. Alright, now if you look here, it's another 24-hour event, but what makes it odd is it started on 0, but then we get this missing data. Anytime there's missing data, I mean, we got to really pay attention. Brian Knight did a video on this. I suggest you guys go check it out. You know, he did a pretty good explanation of what's going on. I always, you know, support him. He's doing some decent work over there, some good work, and he does a good job. And Alaska C2 over there, guys, it ain't just decent work. I mean, he really does a great job. So that was just poor use of words there. Sorry about that. But something else, you know, anytime we see this missing data stuff, raises flags for us. We got to look, right? Because usually they're either hiding it. It could be a malfunction of the machine, okay, of the tool. It's always possible. But is it likely? Probably not. Especially considering I've never seen the Schumann have a breakdown of data for that length of time. Now, that ain't saying it ain't never happened before. But ever since I've been watching it, it hasn't. Now, this red over here is kind of odd, too. That's below 7.83. So that could really be having an effect. I don't know why that's doing that. You see red riddled throughout the whole graph here, but that's like bunched up. That's not normal either. So that's 3 months in a row, guys, that we've had a 24-hour event almost to the hour. It's just funny that we're missing that data and it comes right back up at the 24-hour mark. I mean, so it happened February, March, now April. Okay? Just want to bring that to you. Now we're going to talk about the magnetopause reversal. Okay, I talked about that before. Scott's been sending me a lot of info. I've been having correspondence with Terrell Blackstar from the Blackstar Project via email. I'm just trying to learn more about this. Okay, because I think this is a very important thing we need to be looking at. Now, what am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about this. Okay, our magnetopause flipped back in 2012. This should not be possible. Okay, and let me explain. You have to have a third magnet for this to happen. Okay, we got the sun and the earth, two different magnets, right? Well, there has to be a third one back here for this to happen. And why this is important is that this object out here was having a bigger influence on us than what the sun was, or it just caused our magnetopause to flip over, and it left us exposed here in the back. Okay? So anything that we were getting from the sun was not being blocked at all. Could you imagine if we had a CME then? Now again, this is back in 2012. They thought it important enough that they scrubbed all this. You cannot find this data. Okay? Scott and Ben from Suspicious Observer, Terrell, they all got that data. They were recording it. I'm not sure who actually got it first or whatever. But they have that data, and that's what we're seeing right here. But the powers that be didn't want us to know about this, or they never would have messed with scrubbing it. I mean, they really scrubbed it completely off the net almost. You can't hardly find anything on this. So this needs to be talked about. That's what I'm trying to say. I can't believe I didn't even know nothing about it. I mean, I've been doing my channel now for over 6 months, but been doing this research for a little over a year, maybe 2. And I've never heard talk of this. Now, I could have just missed it. Now, I might have already heard it and didn't realize how important this is. But for them to take the time to do that means that it is important that we know that this happened. Okay? Now, so, you know, what do we do? What I'm going to do is I'm going to play this and let you guys see what this does. Okay, you see that? I mean, I'm just going to pause it and use the slide bar. Okay, boom. Flips over. Starts over here. The sun's to the right. And then boom. The only way this can happen, guys, is if there's a third magnet involved. I did some more research on it, like I said, and only found a couple papers or explanations on this kind of thing. Now, this is said to only have happened once or twice in like a million years. That's what the information I was reading was telling me, like from the books. This should not be possible. Matter of fact, it's not possible unless there is a third magnet involved. At least from what I understand. So, we're just going to back off of that. Now, that was 2012. This is 2017, guys. Watch this. Okay? And again, this was sent to me from Scott. This data was. Alright. There we go. See that? Now, boom. Flipped over. Now, at first, I thought these things were like 8-hour events, but they weren't. They were like 28-hour events. Okay? Just going to do it again. Okay? Now, watch. Here it goes. Massive energy, and then boom. Okay? So, this happened back in 2016 also, guys. I gotta keep pointing that out. I mean, we just have to. So, what's causing this? What causes this to happen? Scott sent me this graph over here. And I'm going to try to explain this in a very basic way so we can all understand. Alright, I'm still trying to understand it myself. Okay, now, IMF lines. I'll take you over here real quick. This is what it reversed in 2012. IMF lines are our connection with the sun, which are the blue lines here, and other celestial bodies. Okay, the sun has a magnetic field. It stretches all the way out to the end of the solar system. We have a magnetic field, so does the sun. Alright, so the IMF is interplanetary magnetic field lines. That's what that stands for. That's our connection to the sun and to other celestial bodies. That's important, okay, with what I'm about to show you. We are connected to the sun, right? Oops. So, in this graph here that Scott sent me, the Earth's here. So we're connected to the sun. Plus, we're connected to that third magnet I was just talking about. Okay? So, why does all this happen? Well, the sun, like I said, has a magnetic field that reaches out the end of the solar system, so it's also connected to this. So what happens is, when we see this up here, this verbiage, magnetic portal connections, I'll go more into that later on, but for just basic needs today, we're just going to talk about it like this. But as this third magnet comes into position in like a straight line from us, and then from us to the sun in a straight line, that's when these things happen. Okay? That's when these magnetic portal connections happen, and that's what causes that thing to flip. Now, how do we have any other evidence of what's going on here? Okay. Well, Mars, back in 2012, I'm not sure if you guys remember this or not, but they had a global dust storm. Okay. Put that in your mind. Okay. Guess what? It was only 4 days before this happened to Earth with a magnetosphere reversal. Okay. So what's happening is that this magnet over here, Mars is also connected to the sun, and that also just like the Earth. Okay, so when that came in line like this, say this object was here and Mars was right there, that's when this dust storm happened. Okay, now also basically it was here, and 4 days later it ended up being here, and that's why we had our event. Okay, but we also, this is happening, my guess is it's probably happening every year around the same time. I'm not sure on that yet. Still trying to get info from Scott, and we've been corresponding through email. I've just been trying to figure this out in my own head, guys, so I can explain it to you guys best I know how. Now, again, this is our connection. This is what's causing this. That's what caused that. Also, I have to say again, they felt it enough that they went back and scrubbed everything, guys. You guys understand how important that is? I want you guys to really understand that. You just need, I mean, it's really important, because this needs talked about and talked about more. Because this is just flat out proof that they are hiding stuff, and they are scrubbing stuff that they don't want us to know is happening. So if this thing is orbiting in this orbit, okay, that makes sense that we would see it in a very, very precise time frame. Okay, and there's a lot of different theories on that also, but we don't. This orbit doesn't have to be straight up and down like this. Okay, most of the planets orbit the sun on what we call the ecliptic, which is basically the equator of the sun. Some are below, some are above, or above and below, whatever you want to call it. Now, when we talk about an not an ecliptic, but an elliptical orbit, all that means is it's not on this straight line here. It means that it's tilted like this. Now, a highly elliptical orbit is what we're seeing here on this graph. Okay? So is that how it's actually orbiting, and that's why we see it just in these specific ways? You know, and again, I'm still just trying to understand all this, guys. And I just got to thank everybody that's been helping me. Scott's sent me a lot of stuff here, and Terrell's been talking to me through emails. So, you know, that is what it is. I'm just trying to put it all together in my own head. As soon as I understand it completely, I will come back to you guys with some more info on this. I am not afraid to ask questions. I'm not afraid to be critiqued. So, you know, that's where I'm at with this. But, yeah. You guys should go check out Jeff P. also. He's been doing some great work over there. Trying to figure out what's going on with this matrix theory we've been talking about. And it's good stuff, guys. I mean, we all got to just dive into stuff. I mean, sometimes you just got to go head first, I guess. I don't know, you know. Man, there's just so much going on. It's hard to bring it all out at the same time, guys. That's why this video is kind of running along. But anyway, guys, look at that. I've shown this before. It's awesome. But I'll leave a link to everybody's videos. You know, Brian Knight, Marfugel, Scott, Planet X News, Terrell, Black Star Report, Jeff P. over at Nibiru Watcher. Guys, we got to really just, dig in, guys. Dig in. Dig our feet in. So, yeah. I'm just going to go ahead and end it there. Again, once I understand this whole magnetopause reversal thing a little bit better, I'll come back to you guys. But there was missing data on the Schumann. Again, we've been talking about missing data on the SWMF tool, which is the magnetopause. So I'm just going to leave it at that, guys. God bless. Yeshua saves, and you can drink this Kool-Aid.